How does one accomplish 10 times more in life? This is the difference between exponential growth and linear growth. I'm going to use a working metaphor by taking a regular piece of copy paper. This is 26-pound copy paper, 5/1000ths of an inch thick. Let's fold it in half. And then we'll fold it in half one more time. Now imagine that you could fold the sheet of paper in half 48 more times, a total of 50 times. I asked CPAs and tax attorneys, people who work with numbers, give me some form of measurement, a guesstimate. How thick do you think this piece of copy paper would be if it doubled a total of 50 times? You could fold it over 50 times because that's what it's doing. It's doubling every time. And, they tell me in millimeters or inches or yards or miles, some estimate. Most say 3/8 of an inch thick or a foot thick, or some say, 12 miles, some say 200 miles, and people sometimes laugh. What's this doing every time you fold it in half? It's doubling, okay? When it finally gets to be, a mile, then it's 2 miles, then it's 4, then it's 8. If you were to fold this sheet of paper in half 50 times, it would be 93 million miles thick. This would be from here to the sun. If you could fold it over one more time, 51 times, it would be the thickness of from here to the sun and back. See, that's exponential growth versus linear growth. So how does this apply to you? I have found that people who have abundant lives understand the difference between exponential growth and linear growth. It would be the difference of, let's say, at age 30, you're making $50,000 a year, and so many people think, in my lifetime, by the time I'm 60 or 65, I want my income to keep going up. I want my net worth or my nest egg to keep growing, and maybe it's 10 times that at age 60. When in actuality, by exponentially growing instead of linear growth, they could maybe be 10 timesing their nest egg or their abundant living every 5 years. Do you know many successful people will have 10 times whatever they had every 5 years. Instead of in 30 years accomplishing 10 times, they accomplish 1 million times, because if you were able to grow exponentially by timesing 10 every 5 years, you would have 1 million times instead of just 10 times in the same 30-year period. That's the magic of compound interest. It's why Albert Einstein called it the eighth wonder of the world. And this is the significance of exponential growth versus just linear growth. This is abundance, folks.